on the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it.
Got the late break, Muddy Warriors not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Duniak and Charlie going at it. Rambuon. Front by side to the last corner. Who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.
Hello and welcome back to 7GR. This time it is Tier 2 around Miami, as you can see there. Round 10 apparently, so 2/3 through the season already. I am not Cunninch, I am Benster, but I will try and live up to his commentary skills. I think that says 19 turns around here, which is, it feels like a lot of turns when you're racing it as well. Couple of long straights, plenty of DRS, plenty of overtakes as well, hopefully. Should be in for a good one tonight. Yeah, turns 11 and 12, great overtaking spot down that massive straight. It's unusual you end up fighting it there because it is that long, but does provide some very close racing. And as well into this last turn as well, the hairpin, very tricky on the throttle as well, so important not to bin it there. And that is me with the track preview completed. So I will switch on over to the live feed, shall we say. And we'll get started on a bit of quali. So, just your standard short quali here, 18-minute session, about 3 laps. Dylan, shouldn't you be driving? But hello as well. Get all this sorted real quick. There we go. We'll like a bit of telemetry as well, just so you know exactly what people are up to. Fusion is usually first out, but he might have been beaten tonight actually, so is it Visions? No. It must be Joel. Right, so Joel will be starting us lap first, so might as well go on board with him. Tricky first few corners around here. Ooh, be careful coming out the pits as well. Joel, too much curb there on turn 3, bottomed out a bit, but he survived, which is the important part through that corner. This part just as tricky as well. Yeah, he's all over that curve as well, and that's somehow not invalid, but won't be good for his lap time at all. How does the stream sound, Dylan, out of interest, if you're still in the pits? Anyway, big braking zone into the left hand there at the end of the straight. Oh, this bit's a bit tricky. Yeah, Joel goes a bit wide. Doesn't invalidate though, which is very easy to do. Good, I can still hear you. Excellent. That is what I like to hear. Anyway, another long straight for Joel now, so boring times, but it'll be interesting to see how much time is lost on this lap with the few mistakes he's had in there. Obviously, it is only his first lap, so it's the time to make them if you are going to make a few. We're across the line, 29.3. Well, Alvarez already beaten by a second, so he's definitely lost quite a bit of time in there. And then Fusion beats that as well by exactly a tenth to Alvarez on a 28.1. I think Pole was a 26.7 in Tier 1 yesterday, I believe. And that was Simba Rocks. It was about half a tenth ahead of me. Anyway, well, further back. 2 Williams finishing their laps. Finley goes P5. Fitz, Mr. Fitzy himself, first one into the 20s. Yeah, first one into the 27s, and yeah, done that. Yeah, I feel a bit bad really for putting you into a Tier 1 race, to be honest. It wasn't fair. Anyway, Paloma goes P5, Zeno 27.6 right off the bat. So someone's got the pace. Visions P4 28.1. Straight across the line on a 28.4. Yeah, I mean, already seeing a 3 to 7th battle brewing, so that is good to see. That's most people finishing their laps now, apart from Adam, who's going to cross the line for 28.8. Some P8 as well, so 20 odd 8s. Here comes Deathwing. He's going to finish the lap, but I don't think it's going to be the quickest one. Yeah, stays P11. Actually, might be validated there. Might have not been paying attention. Anyway, Paloma's going round again. There we go. P6 for Paloma on a second run on those tyres. So if you've got the time, it is good to try and get an extra little lap in there, just to help the confidence. As our main man Icy might say, who's still in the pits, by the way, so don't know what's going on there. Obviously not fancying a lap just... Oh, dearie me. That's a bit sweaty after that one, if I was him. He's a bit unstable there. He's currently E14 and last of the runners so far. Miami is a tricky track, to be fair, so wouldn't hold it against anyone for being slightly off the pace around here. I'm going to have a bit of Dolphin, shall we? See what he's doing. See, he got his bit of practice in the Tier 1 race last night, along with Icy as well, so really, Dolphin and Icy should be 1-2, you know. They've just done a whole race distance yesterday. Both conditions, plenty of quali, plenty of race. I mean, embarrassing not to win this. And the Bauer says, Irish camp must be feeling the pressure not coming out yet. Well, I mean, you can only assume so, can't you? Icy, known for crumbling under pressure. If anyone saw his Imola race start in the pre-season, you'd know what I'm talking about. As Visions put, he didn't even make it past the car in front's pit box. He was in the wall that quickly. But anyway, we'll move swiftly on from that and carry on commentating on Dolphin's lap here. A bit of short shift in there for that bit of traction. You know, we enjoy that. We enjoy that. 102.6 going out of sector 2. I really don't know if that's good or not, but knowing Dolphin, he'll be about P10. P10 I'll go. Just ahead of his teammate Adam, that's my guess. Ah, P8. P8, he's better than I thought. It's a good little lap from Dolphin there. Although, I think he's probably only going to get 2 runs now, coming out this late. Same with Icy, so maybe they're saving a set for the race. Confidence may be high, so interesting to see either way. That's actually Dylan on a lap here. 1025, so a 10th up on Dolphin, coming out of Sector 2, so this might be a good little lap from Dylan, who bottoms out, coming to the line P9, 100 behind Dolphin, so it is, I mean, look how close it is in that middle as well. You've got, they're like 4/10 separating 4th and Jake in 12th. I'm going to take a brief pause to invite Paloma back, because it seems to have disconnected. Which isn't ideal, I believe she was on an outlap, so that'll upset her quality a little bit. That's Fusion on a lap as well. Well, he's just starting his with not a lot of batteries. Actually, he's just finished his, I tell a lie, he's gone up to P3. That's Adam Lee crossing the line. No, also incorrect, must have invalidated. Might be Adam though. Yeah. I think I finally found someone who is gonna set a lap here. Maybe his light's flashing. No, he's pitting. Wow, I'm not doing well here, am I? Dylan's in lap. Jake's out lap. Paloma's back in, which is good. Oh, ICP too. And how did I miss that? The man himself. First lap this. First lap. It was Zeno's first lap as well. Gotta give him credit for that, but coming out the pits and putting it second isn't bad at all. So, invalid from Adam Lee there. Zeno on our lap at the minute. I'll scroll down here. Oh, Mr. Doward up to P3. We know he's got some pace in that Red Bull, so it'll be nice to see that again. Oh dear. Anyway, we'll move on from that as well. Actually, no, we'll keep watching. We're going to see. I have to reverse out of this tight gap. This is quite good. Ooh. Not the time to have done that. Oh, that's unfortunate. There's barely any contact. It was dangerous reversing, but there wasn't enough contact in it for a penalty there, so that will upset his race start, but plenty of time in the race to gain that back. Anyway, have a look at Visions here as he gets the power down, coming out of the last proper corner of the O. Right, well, he's made us an alright mug there, hasn't he? So, move on from Visions as well. Who's on a lap? Paloma's on an out lap. Is that Jake there finishing his lap? No. How do I get... There's the McLaren, goes up to P15. Bit more in the mix now with a 30.3, but still needs time really to be challenging for points. Jump on board with... How do I keep getting the car wrong every time? Every time. It's all true. Here we go. Try and get his first lap on the board. Yep. Tricky on the power, but he gets it down without ending up in the wall, which is good to see, and goes P13 for his troubles. 28.3 again, I mean that is right in the mix as... Someone improved there. Jake. P4? Maybe? Unless I missed that as well. Someone improved either way. Which I'd like to see. Ooh. Mr. Fitzy with a 27.4. Look how purple that lap is. Zeno setting the half down, so nothing doing there. that Ferrari up or anything? Ooh, 2.3 seconds off. This should put him, well, only around 16th to be honest, but maybe he's got plenty more time to find in this final sector. Oh, again, tricky on the power, but he does cross the line and it is for P16. Fusion's on an outlap there. I believe Deflin's finishing his lap. No, incorrect. There's a lot of people starting their laps now, although Paloma appears to be... No, must have made a mistake somewhere and is going to go this time instead. No. Oh, this is unbelievable. Joel, no, in lap. They should just get out in time. About a minute to get turned around in the pits. As Adam goes up into P8 with a nice lap. 28 flat. It is still Fitzy though, top of the times. With a 27 pole. Just over 2/10 ahead of Zeno in P2. And then rest of the grid pretty close behind that. Watch Fusion here. He's always one of the first out and then first to complete his final run. He likes the clean air, which can't because Fusion keeps it nice and cuts a nice that chicane as well for the maximum. This could be territory here. Will Fusion on pole? Need to get this last corner right though. Gets the power down nicely. Nice and smooth there. Now he's going to cross the line and where's he going to end up? Provisional pole 27.2. That is a very nice lap. It's now on the rest of the gang to beat that. Oh, it's Adam Lee's going up to P4 as well. So Alpine all of a sudden right at the top. Alros on his lap now, 10th and a half up he was there. See what he is now. Ooh, 3.5 tenths up. This should get him in the mix for in the top 10. Maybe higher. Nail this last corner. Somewhere around his teammate, you'd think. He comes across the line P6, yeah. Very close to his teammate. Just it's ahead of him there, but the Red Bull car still got his lap to do, so he'll not be too worried. We've got Icy on a lap. I think Dolphin was first to cross the line there, if I am correct. Yeah, so we'll jump on board with Dolphin, see what he can do. Interesting line through the straight there, but shouldn't make a difference either way. Dolphin repping Daniel Ricciardo's number 3, so we're just in it with a broken wrist. It wouldn't be ideal for his hopes of winning. Dolphin 2/10 up though, so again gets him right in the mix for a top 10 starting position. Yeah, as confirmed, that is Fusion's quali over. I think he'd be happy with that. Dolphin with a little lock up into the hairpin, but still getting it turned in alright, and now he's going to cross the line for P9 into the 27s. We'll switch over to Icy now. See how he can get the power down, keeping it in 3rd gear instead of 2nd, like Dolphin was using, but Icy no traction. Icy stays P5, so couldn't improve his lap. Alros into the pits. That's Paloma or Dylan. It's Paloma crossing the line, invalidated, unfortunately, but she was 3/10 up, so Benocha's got some pace. Dylan now is quite far down. I hope he's not. Oh, that Red Bull's got no front wing. I hope it's not somehow collided. That wouldn't be ideal. We'll not speculate. We'll switch over to Fitzy, who was on provisional pole until Fusion beat that lap time. Can he snatch provisional pole off Fusion? He can't. And I think it's just on Jake and Visions now, as Visions goes P2. What about Visions and Jake pits? So that is quali over. And Fusion takes it. First guy to set that final lap and no one could beat it. So I think that's 2 poles in a row for Fusion now, I believe. If last week was Singapore, which I think it was. So I'd be very happy with that. Obviously we'll hope the race goes a little bit better for him than it did around Singapore. Devour with the sus emotes in the chat there. But we'll gloss over that. And we'll have a look at the quali results properly. So once again, Fusion takes pole with a great lap, 27.2, just about. Visions P2 again, close behind. Not as close as last week, but pretty close still in P2. And then Zeno is third. Then got Fitzy P4, Adam Lee with a great lap to go P5. ICP 6, Finley 7th, but he has got that 5th place penalty, so that'll knock him back. Alros 8th, his teammate just behind him in 9th. Jake rounds out the top 10. Then we have Dolphin, Joel, Adam, Paloma and Dylan, Zoltru, Sol Goodman, Deathwing, and then Margie Carroll. But I believe the name's Surma in the Discord, so we'll go for Surma, I think, on that one. Anyway, that's the boring stuff out of the way. It's time for the excitement in about 3 minutes' time, while everyone mills over their strategy options, thinking, ooh, medium hard, or ooh, maybe, ooh, hard medium. It is a tough decision. And while they're having a look at that, I think we should have a little look at the standings. And I am told that these are tier 2 this week, so no disappointment. Though I can't really see them. Fitzy leading the championship by 2 points to Jake. Visions then 30 points back, and Alros in P4. And then I have Paloma 5th, Finley 6th, Fusion 7th, IC 8th. Paloma, Fitzy, Jake all have point scoring streaks, so let's hope they can all keep them tonight. Just kidding, only Paloma needs to be keeping that streak. Ferrari are the only team to have failed to score a double points finish in tier 2 this season. Now that's not a stat you want if you're Ferrari. Should mention Williams leading the tier 2 constructors at the minute, which is, I don't know how, is it nice to see? I don't know. Shouldn't show any bias in the commentary box, but I am Alfa Romeo's team principal, so I would rather they were winning. But I think that shows how much pace Fitzy's had, especially in the first bit of this season. You know, if he hadn't crashed into the safety car in Mexico, which could have been more. Sorry about the sounds. I'm responding to a bit of team chat. Got to make sure the drivers are all sorted before the race. I'm wanting to see some early predictions in the chat though. I'm wanting to see if anyone's got any idea about how this is going to play out. I think I got 2 of the 3 podium places correct. Well, I didn't get the places correct, but I guessed the top 3 and 2 of them are on the podium, so not too bad at all. No time for predictions though, because it is 5 red lights and they're off. Just like that, straight into the race. Visions gets the better start out at the front too. Fusion's going to try and hang it around the outside. Visions gives him plenty of space. That's unlike him. Oh, he's been pushed onto the curb there as Visions. Can he get the power down? He can. He takes the lead on lap 1 into turn 1. Fusion still close behind though. Zeno's now fancying a move on Fusion. He's going to go down the inside. I think he's been pushed across that curb there, which is going to give Fitzy a lovely run on the exit. He goes slide by. Oh, and Surma's crashed. And there's a... Oh! Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. That was quite the... Oh. Yeah, oh, ooh. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, good prediction, Devour. Really impressive, that one. Really impressive. But yeah, so Surma has binned it, basically. Adam Lee then looked to have understeered into the side of Fitzy, I want to say. Or... I've got no idea. I've got no idea. But a bit of contact there, and he's very lucky not to be out, because that's a very high-speed crash he's had there. But... well-timed safety car gives him a chance to get that wing change, which I assume is missing completely. He hit that wall very hard. If we'll have a look there, see if that Haas gets out of the way. Yeah, there is not a lot of front wing there, so we'll have to get that changed. Yeah, have a quick look at the position change. Always good to find out. See who's had the good start and who's not. Visions, as we saw, up 1 with a lovely little overtake on Fusion. Fitzy gets Zeno as well, and then multiple cars up 1 because of Adam Lee's disaster down the straight. What? Devour, chill your beans. We'll get onto the tyres. We'll get onto them. Don't you worry. We're going to cover all bases here. We've got plenty of safety car time to fill in, so we'll get to that. Joel up 2, Adam up 3, Dolphins lost 1. Classic Dolphins start there. Both the Alfa Romeos up 2. Finley's down 2 from his grid penalty start, which he'll be even more upset about, I imagine. Deathwing up 3, Saul Goodman up 1. And Zoltru down 1. Yeah, backseat commentating, almost as bad as backseat driving, and Visions will know a thing or two about that. Anyway, as requested by Devour in the chat, we'll have a look at the tyres, shall we? Oh, and to my surprise, most people are on hards. Just kidding, that's not a surprise, obviously. Top 8, all hard tyres, so they'll effectively all be doing the same strategy, you'd imagine. Safety cars are likely to ruin it though, as we've had one on lap 1 once again, second week in a row. Then P9 and 10, a quick flick through. Both on mediums, Dolphin on softs, which is an interesting one because he's lost positions on his start, so he's not got that quite right. Paloma on hards, Dylan mediums, Finley mediums, Deathwing hards, Saul Goodman soft, Zoltru medium, and then Adam Lee is pitted for soft at the back. See, he'll be trying to make use of the softness of the softs to give him all of that good grip and get him back through the field, because we've seen he's got the pit out. I mean, I've been proved wrong once again on this stream. We dove straight into the pits. See what he goes for. Maybe some mediums? Yeah, bit of medium action. Very good race tyre, the mediums. Much better than the hards around here. Well, you gave your top 3 predictions, well, didn't you? You said Fusion, Fitz, and Adam Lee. Obviously, Adam Lee didn't age well in the 3 seconds it was in the chat. But you never know, do you? You never know. There'll probably be another few safety cars, so I'm sure he'll sneak his way back up, and then God knows what'll happen. I think if I was pushed into giving a top 3, I think I'll back Visions this week. He has been a bit of a serial bottler in the past few Tier 2 races, but I'll go Visions, Fitzy, and we'll go our main man, Oisey, as well. I think Xeno will crash. Sorry, Xeno. And I think Fusion will just get overtaken at some point. And I think surprise of the race. That sounds horrible saying surprise of the race. But I reckon Dylan will sneak a couple of points as well in the lower end of the points. Anyway, we'll hop on board with Fusion. See what a restart is like from P2's perspective. See, Vision's taking it very slow. He's ghosted for some reason as well, but they know not to overtake. And Visions has gone very early. I'm not sure it's worked as well as he'd like it to have, but that should filter back through the pack now, and I'm expecting to see some gaps. The Fusion's held on to him quite well. Let's see what the pace difference is like through this first sector. Obviously Fusion in the dirty air wouldn't be ideal, but it's a good way to gauge the pace. Visions pulls away a bit, but Fusion is using a little bit more ERS there, as we can see. This corner's a tricky one as well, so easy to understeer, and then even, yeah, oh dear. Oh dear. And there's another safety car. Saul Goodman's retired on track, saw that. Adam Lee is dead, so Devour is well and truly backseat commentated, cursed Adam Lee there. He's the only one to blame for that, and he should be punished accordingly, because that is shocking behaviour. Anyway, safety car once again. Tis what tis. Around Miami it's always going to be a couple safety cars, but unfortunately we've had, 0 laps of racing so far. I mean, if you add them together, it's probably around 1 lap. Yep, I mean, we could see Dolphin pitting potentially off those softs. That's the only thing I can think of. The cheeks have been clapped, says Devour. Yeah, someone's cheeks, most likely, yeah, but I don't really want to be seeing any clapping cheeks during the stream. Yep, Dolphin does pit, so genius strategy call from me. Make sure to carry an appropriate speed at the pits, because he got pulled up on that in the Tier 1 race he did yesterday. We go mediums, medium to the end. Yeah. People are avoiding the hards where possible. And look at that, his softs turned into mediums as they came off his car. How impressive is that? Like an infinite medium tyre glitch. Dolphin peers up the pit. I don't think the safety car could be in this lap as far as I'm aware, so if anyone has any conversation at all in the Twitch chat, please share, because safety car is boring times, unfortunately. Quick vape liquid top up for Dolphin in the pits. And he's away, Unbeliever. Well, to be fair, they're probably top of his vape liquid before they even bothered changing his tyres. That's the level of importance it's at. The party will hear a lot of sucking at the minute under the safety car. Oi oi to Plun. Nice to see you in the chat. Chatting peanuts indeed, although I prefer to chat beans personally. Anyway, the drivers will be loving this. There is nothing more fun than driving at a quarter of the speed you'd normally drive at behind a very slow safety car. Yeah, one more lap of safety car and then should be on the pits at the end of this one. Hope you see a bit of a blast through the pack from Dolphin here. Freshest tyres of them all. Everyone else is 5 laps old. His only 1 lap old, so should be fun times for him. Although he might not get the chance to overtake anyone because there might just be another safety car. But we'll save that suspense for a little bit longer. Trying if I've got anything else to say. Don't believe so. Right now, Dylan is reserving for my team tonight, Div 3 driver, so if he can be within any sniff of the points, he's doing a pretty good job at it. Apart from that, I think most people are full time. I'll have a quick look at the grid. Deathwing as well, reserving for Aston. He is Aston's tier 3 full-time driver. And Joel has said Joel is reserving for Mercedes, so that's another tier 3 driver in for tier 2. A safety car is going to be in the start. It looks like Visions is. They got very bunched up there quite quickly. I wonder if he's. Yeah, I mean, this is slow to say the least. We'll jump back on board with Fusion, I think, and we'll compare safety car restarts. It wasn't a long time ago, so should compare them quite nicely. Will he go early again? Will he go late? He can do whatever he wants because safety car's already in the pits. That's how slow he's going. I think he'll go wide line last corner and then bomb down the straight. Oh no. Oh, now he's gone. Caught Fusion napping a little bit there. This should put Fitty right on the back of Fusion. Oh, good on line there, but going the overtake, he's going to try it around the outside into turn 1. Get a nice view of this, hopefully. Oh, what's going to happen? Fitty around the outside, but no. Fusion elbows out. No chance, buddy. Not on a restart. Not that easy for P2. Although Fusion has lost about a second now to Visions during this battle, so this is Vision's chance to pull away if he fancies using a bit of that ERS. Oh, fighting at the back there, Deathwing and Zoltru side by side. Deathwing loses out a couple of positions there. Dolphin up 1 and same with Zoltru, so bit of action there. And now Joel is going past Jake into turn 11, I believe. Joel goes around the outside. Jake is now round the outside of Joel. I wouldn't go side by side through here if you can help it yet. And Joel backs off. Jake keeps the position for now, but those mediums should be grippier at the minute. Who else will DNF? Well, I mean, that is what we're all waiting for, isn't it, really? who's next in the wall. I don't know. I don't want to say Deathwing, but it does look that way. But oh, was that Adam sneaking down the inside? Not quite. He did fake the move, but nothing doing there. Finley's trying to get past Dylan in the background, but a bit too bunched up at the minute for that. Dylan is right behind Paloma now. Obviously, Paloma in the higher tier, but on the worst tyres at the minute. But they should balance out fairly quickly. Medium's already 7 laps old. Back to the front though. Fusion just outside of DRS, although it hasn't been enabled yet, so it's not a huge deal. Is that Xeno and Icy side by side? That's Icy challenging Xeno there, who's lost a bit of time for whatever reason. Now he's going to go for it again. Down the straight, this might open an opportunity for Alros here, who's stuck behind the both of them. Alros pulls past Icy to the inside on Xeno. He's going to get the double overtake into turn 11. Xeno's going to hang it around the outside though. Great driving from Xeno that to get that position back there, but Alros almost pulling off a lovely double overtake, which is just something we love to see. But yeah, Icy's gone from challenging Xeno to dropping behind Alros, so that'll hamper his race, and there's now a 2-second gap from the top 3 back. Not ideal for anyone wanting to finish on the podium. That isn't currently already there, but I'm sure they'll sort themselves out. As the old break is... Oh, be careful. Finley trying on Paloma into the hairpin. Paloma gets a good enough exit though to keep ahead. Yeah, Finley must have got past Dylan on that straight as well. Zoltru also close behind. Dolphin a little bit further behind him, and then Deathwing cruising around at the back on the hards. Yep, Vision's still out of that DRS range from Fusion, although he has lost a bit of time there, so maybe a slight mistake. Could have rode one of those curbs or got a snap of overstay. It's very easy to do, although Fusion has got little and no ERS, but he does pick up the DRS, which is extremely powerful around here. That'll pull him right to the back of Vision's now. Yeah, Vision's with much more battery, but Fusion should be able to recharge while he sits in the DRS. Xeno's now lost even more time. Jake and Joel fighting for position. Jake still keeps ahead of him. Good defending from Jake. Well, it might have been, I didn't see it, but I assume it was. Who do I pick down the straight? I think Finley is close. Paloma's even closer, although Paloma has 0 battery. Try and get past Adam here, which is going to go for it anyway. Runs out of ERS down the straight as Alros goes for P4 up ahead. Oh, that's very close. Adam brakes really late though and gets it turned in nicely. Although he does get a snap on the exit. Dylan going to go for on Finley into turn 1. Finley burns a bit of battery, but Dylan's going to try it around the outside. Very narrow through here. Dylan rides the curb a little bit, and it looks like Finley's got a bit of contact on the exit. Finley keeps the position, elbows out stuff. But yeah, Alros has gotten past Xeno, so Alros showing some nice pace, although running low on the ERS already. Now let's see, is Xeno going to get him back? He should do. But will Icy also have a look at Alros here? Xeno goes to the outside. Icy also goes to the outside. Going to try it around the outside. No, he's not. Doesn't fancy a fight into there. Thinks better of it, which is smart. Yeah, Icy's saving his battery as well. You don't want to burn it too much. If you can keep a little bit in reserve to deploy when needed, it's always preferable. Alros 7/10 behind Xeno now, but we'll close up from all that rear wing being open. Oh dear! Oh dear! Safety car. Plum also got past Adam down that straight there as the heel into the pits. I mean, yeah, WTF indeed. I don't want to swear on the stream just in case, but I mean, if I had to guess, it looked like Jake hit the front of him, so maybe Jake, while defending from Joel, broke a little bit late, and he's knocked the front of Dawid. And then for his wheel to fall off there, rejoin the track is pretty pathetic in the game. I mean, there's barely any contact with that wall, and it's just ripped off that front right tyre. That's really unlucky for him. I believe he crashed lap one of the early laps of the Tier 2 race. No, I mean, you didn't curse him this time, but you might have said it in your head or something. We just don't know. But yeah, so we've got a few cars that have pitted now. Paloma, the first one, well, first of the pitted cars is what I'm trying to get out. So if you can go, I mean, they're all out of Delta, so I don't think she'll gain too much time, but might be an opportunity for a couple of positions here. Adams pitted for softs as well, but he was on the mediums, which is why he's gone onto them. See, people are just avoiding those hard tyres, no faith in them, and you can see why. They're just not the one. Ooh, Fitzy stayed out. That is an interesting one. Everyone else peels into the pits. Yeah, I mean, literally everyone else peels into the pits. Fitzy is going to get eaten alive on those tyres. If anyone saw the Tier 2 Singapore race, they'll have seen Icy stay out, and it didn't end well for him. He basically lost a position a lap until the next safety car. Actually, I think, is it possible that Paloma's actually lost time? I think she might have, because Dylan's jumped there. It's an interesting one. Yeah, that bumps both the Alfa Romeos up into the points. AlphaTauri have one in, one out. But yeah, I mean, Fitzy... Well, it is a mistake, I'll be honest. I mean, the positions he's going to lose is going to be ridiculous. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get that. He was already third though, wasn't he? He didn't need... He'd have came out third as well if he pitted with the rest of them, but listen, it's his strategy. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He'll probably go to either mediums or softs now. It's his choice on what he wants to do, but all I know is those hards are going to have a lot less grip than anything else. Yep, he's committing to them. Never back down, never what? Just a saying from my favourite YouTuber and Twitch streamer, NickA30. So, safety car should be in this lap. The third safety car, if anyone's lost count. Pretty easy to do when there's been this many. Quick one for anyone in chat. Has anyone seen the Alfa Romeo livery for Monza? And someone tell me that isn't the best thing you've ever seen. It is the best thing that I've ever seen. If anyone hasn't, give it a look up. It'll be on everyone's Instagram and whatnot. Go on, Devour. Provide me with a fact. We do like facts around here. That is the only thing I speak. Beautiful livery, yes. Plun gets it. Plun does indeed get it. It is a very nice livery. I mean, why they don't just run that all year round, I don't know. They really should run it for the rest of the season now, because going back to the other one after that is going to be just disappointment every week. But yeah, we're going to get to see a Fitzy restart this time though, instead of Visions, but we'll jump on board with Visions just to see what the grip is like on these new mediums compared to the 12 black old hards. I think they should bring back the Gulf McLaren livery. Well, I can't dispute that either. I think McLaren's liveries are pretty tragic. Obviously that's just my opinion, but problem is I think Gulf sponsor Williams now, so that might not be possible anymore, unfortunately, but I'm sure they can think of something better than what they've got. Anyways, Fitzy gone. Fitzy has gone out of the last corner. Standard place to do it. He has seemed to catch Visions out a little bit, but Visions should gain so much time in this first sector. It's, yeah, I mean, look how much later he's broke there. That's absolutely outrageous. To the point where it looked like he wasn't going to get stopped, and then he just cruised into the corner anyway. I think there's going to be a little bit of a Fitzy train here. Which is kind of a little bit like the Williams in real life. Vision's going to chuck it down the inside. Nope. Thinks better of it, which is going to put Fusion right in the mix here. Both burning. Get on board with Visions here. Fitzy also burning, but he just won't be able to compete on the brakes here. You wouldn't think so anyway. Yeah, look how late Visions brakes there. Swoops around the outside. Is that Fusion going to get him as well? Yeah, Fitzy's just not got the grip. That's a lovely move from Fusion for sneak around the outside. Copy Visions over to... Oh no! Zeno's hit Fitzy, but it's a good catch from Fitzy there not to end up in that wall. Be interested to see if Zeno's got any front wing damage now. But that's going to give the top two a nice little chance to break free. I believe Queen said it best. Anyway, Fusion at the last corner, going round the outside of Visions. I think he's going to get it, you know. Gets the power down. Visions gets it down slightly better, but Fusion will be on the inside for turn one. I think he's going to get it. Doesn't break late enough. Vision's going to go round the outside. So close. It's a great battle, this. And Vision stays ahead. That is great racing into turn 1 and 2 and 3 there, including the last corner. Can't forget that one. Rest of the pack look a bit more chill, but I believe Dylan got past Icy somewhere in there. I believe he has. I think maybe Icy's had a little bit of contact somewhere, because he was definitely higher than 8th before. Anyway, that's Joe now past Fitzy. Those hards still terrible, as predicted. Now Dylan's going to go down the inside. Breaks later and breaks late enough to get the position done as Fusion and Visions are battling again. Oh, that's so close through there. Be careful through here as well. They've survived it, and now Zeno's going to go for it. There's just no space at all through these corners, but they've managed to keep it side by side, which is honestly really impressive. I mean, if you've tried to go side by side through there before, you know it's not easily done. Anyway, we'll jump on board with Zeno and see what the battle's like from his point of view. If you're looking for a way to sneak past the both of them, I imagine. Set up a good exit for himself. He gets the power down, not as well as he'd like. Oh, it's a bit more contact between them there as well. Visions darts to the inside. Is he going to go down the inside as Finley's retired? There's another safety. Oh! A bit more contact there between Visions and Fusion. Whew. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I was in need for another safety car. That was too much action for my liking. Too much action. Obviously, I'm joking. I didn't want a fourth one on lap 16, but we're in that position again. So I get to read Devour's what I hope is an interesting fact that he's put into the Twitch chat here. It says, There are only 4 words in the English language which end in "dus." Tremendous, horrendous, stupendous, and hazardous. And he's added some of these words represent the liability of this race, and he isn't wrong. I believe I wouldn't go tremendous. You could say horrendous with there being 4 safety cars. I think stupendous is, we'll say stupendous battling. I can have that, and then hazardous definitely, because we've had 5 retirements and only a few actual racing laps. Yeah, this should put Fitzy in the pits, so he's not lost as much time as he probably should have with the strategy call he has made. Obviously, he'll be at the back of the pack, but should be on some fresh mediums. Quick shout out to my man Dylan as well, who's got himself up to P6 as Joel pits as well, off the hards. And Fusion off the mediums. That's an interesting one. I don't think I'd have pitted off mediums there. I can understand softs and hards, but mediums from high up, it's an interesting one. It's a bold call. Actually, I suppose he's only come out 9th, hasn't he? So you'll have the pace for the rest of the race. Yeah, I think that is quite clever from Fusion actually to pit there. I think you'll feel that benefit. New tyres around here are so good. I mean, the time you can gain, as we saw on that restart from Visions, obviously different compounds, but he broke hundreds of metres later into turn 1 and got to stop no problem at all. Yeah, but a bit of a unique position of a half and half split between used and fresh tyres. Oh, we're going to get us a Miami factory now, that's very nice. I'll look forward to reading that one. We'll have another lap and a half of safety car, so there's plenty of time to chuck it in there. Or you can just save it for the 5th safety car as well. That would work just as well. Obviously that moves up Dylan into P4, but he's the only one on the hards now, so it's going to be probably survival for Dylan. That's the word I'd use. Oh, that is a long fact. I might have to skim that in. Oh no! Safety cars in this lap. I won't even get to enjoy the fact as much as I want. I will have a quick skim though. Miami Beach is completely man-made. They import some of the sand from the Caribbean. Well, stolen sand, that sounds like a crime to me. But anyway, Visions gets this restart underway. When was the first F1 race? You mean ever? Or around Miami? Because the first official F1 race was, what, 1950 Silverstone? But obviously there was races before that. Anyway, back for the battling. Visions holding his P1 nicely already. That hadn't gone off in the back, he's spun yet. It's unlucky for Adam, right on a safety car restart. Well done. Ah! I must have got it right. Doesn't happen very often. Anyway, Zeno at the end. Oh, a bit more contact down the straight. Visions must be an F1 car magnet. He's been shoved off there. He comes back on track. I think Zeno's going to keep this though. Yeah, Zeno swoops ahead. Visions almost sends it into a very tricky corner there. Luckily he didn't, otherwise definite crash. Dylan still maintaining his P4, which is lovely to see for the Div 3 man. The highest Div 3 man at the minute as well. This is Fusion getting past Dolphin on the straight, and he breezes past him. Now here comes Joel, as well as Joel going to try it on Fusion as well. He breaks late. Oh, that must have been so close. So close. But everyone survives, which is the main thing. Deathwing pits. He's got a bit of I'm assuming he's got a bit of damage there. It's unlucky for Deathwing. His wing has died of death, unfortunately. Back to the battle, though. I'm gonna have a go on board with Fusion here to see what his grip is like compared to Paloma. 6 laps newer his tyres are, and obviously he was a bit quicker in quality as well, so you've got to take that into account. Looking at Clun's message there, Devour, I think you should take that one. Definitely you should take that one while I commentate on this. What should be a great battle between these two. Just kidding, because Xeno's gone for the lead on Fusion. Late braking move gets it done. Fusion's got slightly more battery at the minute. Is that a mistake from Fitzy there? He's dropped down some positions. Icy's caught up in it. Yeah, I think Fitzy's had an error at some point there. But everyone, again, still alive and still with front wings, I believe. So we'll jump on board with Fusion, who breezes past Bruno. Oh, that's, be careful. Oh, Jesus. People there. There's lots of turning on straights at the minute here as Fusion elbows out, we'll say, on Paloma into the last corner and down the straight there. It's not the last corner, but it's the last proper corner, you know what I mean. And now Joel is going to try it around the outside of turn 1. Jump on Paloma. Oh, Paloma's clipped the back of Fusion ever so slightly, but got away with it, so no harm done. Anyway, now we'll watch Fusion's grip compared to Dylan on the hard 2. He's done well not to lose any positions here, I will say. He does run a bit wide there though, which would give Fusion a nice run down the straight. Both got pretty much identical ERS. Quick look at the chat. 75,000, 80,000 parts on average make up an F1 car, and Fusion's going to use every last one of them to go around the outside of Dylan here into turn 11. Is Fitzy going for it on Paloma? Bit more contact. Yeah, Paloma just has to back off. There just really is no room through this bit. I mean, it's a silly bit of track, being honest, but we all get through once again. Oh, Fusion's now going to get past Vision's on the straight. I mean, look at Vision's battery here, although he has lost a lot of time to Alros for whatever reason. Oh, he's missed some front wing. Oh dear. Now Dylan is going to overtake Fusion. Oh no, Vision's pits. That damage mustn't be good. Oh, and Xeno pits as well. Oh, got a few cars. Oh, there must have been a crash somewhere. Must have been a crash that I've missed. Probably a good thing that I've missed it, to be honest. Oh, there's Paloma and Dolphin are side by side. Now Jake's involved. Oh, he's been pushed across the curb there. Oh no, the Haas is in it. Oh, this is kicking off. Something rotten here is, yeah, the Haas is going to track on the outside there. That would be a very risky overtake, but Paloma got damage. I mean, I can't see any, but not going particularly quickly either. Yeah, there must have been a sort of chain reaction at some point during that lap before that I missed, but Dolphin has lost some places there down the straight. I don't know if people just breezed past him or he's made a mistake on the exit, probably more likely. Zoltru though is making some nice moves now up into P7. He has got a penalty though, but that will be enough for 9th at the minute still, even with that time added on, because there's a massive gap to Adam. Got on board with Fitzy. And Joe's going to try it down the inside of Dylan. He sort of fakes a move, but Dylan's almost forced to leave him the space anyway. He's now going to have the benefit of the DRS into turn 1. Yeah. He's now past Dylan, and now it's Fitzy's turn to have a look. I thought he'd been tagged there, but must have just turned in quite aggressively. That is Dylan down to P5, but still on for some great points. 2-second gap back now to Jake, although I would expect that to close. Still got 7 laps to do so. We'll go on board with Dolphin through the end of the S's. And there's awful corner. Paluma's going to have DRS, and so is Dolphin. So issue minimises Alros in Fusion. Fusion gets past Alros for the lead, and Fitzy and Joel are side by side now. Joel's showing some great pace here. Oh, Fitzy's lost it. He's caught that. I have no idea. That's it's not much for Joel and Dylan's time there, but he's held onto it nicely. So you've got to rate the save. Yeah, that's brought Jake straight on the back of Dylan now. Due to that mistake from Fitzy, who just looked to have turned in a little bit aggressively. I mean, I pointed it out with turn 1, but it's cost him there. I think Joel, after seeing that, will be fancying a bit of... Well, I think he just want to get ahead, just in case he does that again, to be honest. Yes, X Games mode indeed. Just a spot of drifting for Fitzy is all. You know, style points is what I'd call it. Oh, Dylan, no. Oh, it's a safety. Dylan has, well, I assume he's lost traction. It's somewhere in turn 3 there, and he's smashed into the wall, losing his front wing. But it has caused a safety car, which is, well, it's helped him out really, hasn't it? Yeah, this is safety car number 5 now, I believe, unless I've lost count. Yeah, I'd expect to see pretty much everyone boxing for fresh softs now. Obviously, Icy's already on them, so he might fancy staying out, but wait and see. Only problem is when Dylan pits, it is gonna screw over Paloma, so she'll probably lose 1 place to Dolphin, but that should be it. Plun asks, how many different drivers have drove in F1? I mean, that is quite the question. I'll have a quick think about that now as we watch the pit stops. Yeah, in peels everyone. If you're worried about them crossing the white line, it's been allowed for this one, as long as you don't cross the blue bit. Devour says 675. I'm gonna go. I feel like it's gonna be more than that. I'll go. Actually, you know, I don't know. You know, I'll go 790 at a random guess. Oh, Adam's not pitted. I did not notice that. Unless he's pitted for mediums and they've happened to be 7 laps old. 774. What did I say? Did I say 7? I can't even remember what I said now, but I think I was close. Yeah. I said 7. I mean, I was 16 off. I think that's pretty good for all 80 years of the sport or whatever it's been. I am liking this bit of F1 history that Plun is bringing to the chat. We do like to see that. Is Jake and Adam are fighting away under the safety car. Bit of contact there. Be careful you don't get a 5-second penalty for that, because it does happen. Adam's Icy has stayed out as well, which is worth noting. Jake's letting them pass off track there by the look of it, so there must have been some sort of safety car shenanigans. That's how I'll refer to them. Yeah, Adam. Expect to see Adam fall out the points on this restart. I don't know. I missed if he. I thought everyone had pitted but obviously, oh no, he hasn't. He was 10th, wasn't he? So yeah, Adam stayed out. Which we'll see how it plays out, but I can imagine him just getting eaten up in the same way that Fitzy was. He was just bleeding places immediately. What is code 60? Devour, help, please. What is that, like some sort of radio command or something? I have no idea. There's my precious Alfa Romeos are P10 and P11, I may add. One in the points, one not. Which isn't too bad considering the chaos that has been on display here. What did I say podium wise as well? I said something to do with the Vauxhall. Well, I do have a Vauxhall, so hopefully that's something to do with it. I believe I said Fitzy, Visions and Icy, didn't I? So that's not aged brilliantly, but I'm still in for a shout of one of those things. If a single speed limit is imposed on the entire track, this will be indicated with a single yellow flag and a board holding out FCY, focus yellow or a purple flag. Oh, well, I didn't know that, so a little interesting fact for us all there before the race in action gets back underway. Below me in my team chat has just said 25-second pit stop, which obviously isn't ideal as there is more overtaken under the safety car as Fusion must have slowed down quite aggressively and caused some sort of chain reaction. Quick swig of the old drink and Fusion is underway. Early restart mimicking what Visions did, although Alros gets down the power a lot nicer coming out that hairpin. Into turn one, already seeing action as Jake goes down the inside of Adam. Nope, down the outside of Adam. They come together a little bit in the mid-corner, but Jake should have this now on those soft tyres, and he does. Yeah, gets ahead, and now is Icy going to try it as well? No. Thinks better of it, but he will have superior grip on those soft tyres. Have to be careful where he makes the move though, otherwise he'll be at risk to Zoltru just behind him. Here goes Icy, pulls to the right down the straight. Adam though is coming back and then maybe running slightly lower wings, but oh, is Zoltru pulls to the inside? No, thinks better of it. I thought they were going to make it 3 wide there. Icy swings from the outside. Oh, and Zoltru's tagged Adam. Zoltru has tagged Adam there, and they've come together on the exit of turn 11 into turn 12, which I am surprised we haven't seen that already. I couldn't possibly pin that on either of them, to be honest. It just looked like it coming together. So we'll move back to the front now as Alros goes down the inside of Fusion Gamer into the hairpin. Is Fusion going to try it round the outside? Nope, he sets up the switch back instead and just pulls in behind him. So be interesting to see how these two play it. Fusion with slightly higher battery at the minute, but once that DRS is enabled, it could be a case of last lap move, whether that is turn 11 or the hairpin turn 17, I want to say. Is that Dylan getting past Dolphin there, or depending, or what? Has Zeno gone off there? Is Vision going to go for it into there? I really wouldn't. I mean, that's just, I don't want to say stupidity, but it's a very silly place to go for an overtake. It's basically cementing yourselves in P9 and 10. But you should get it done now. That Paloma already down to very low ERS, and Visions does pull it down. I've run out of words, unfortunately, but I'll carry on. Icy in no man's land, along with Jake, who's trying to get on the back of Joel. So Jake is in a tier above Joel, so he should have a little bit more pace, but we've not seen the best showing from Jake around Miami, if I'm honest. Yeah, ERS not much at the front, if I had to put a number on it. But Fusion is nicely within that ERS. What's the minimum weight for an F1 car? 800 kilograms, maybe? Or is it up to 1,000 now with the new regs? I don't know. 798 apparently. Anyway. Fusion in P2, Alros pulling away, so if you can break that DRS, that would be huge going on to the last lap, but it doesn't look like you'll have the pace to. Yeah. Fusion 6/10 behind. I think if he is that on the last lap, he'll have a great chance for an overtake. See here, Alros already flashing, so Fusion has the slight edge on ERS. He's going to go down the inside at the end of the straight. Alros gives him loads of room, to be honest. Although he does, maybe Alros is playing a couple of games here. Going to let Fusion go by and then pounce again on the next lap if he can keep close enough. Although Fusion's pulled away nicely through the tight and twisty bit there at the end of the second sector. Alros will get some DRS though to keep himself close, and then sure Fitzy will be lurking in the shadows for any comings together between the two of them. As we'll jump back to Dylan here, who gets, well, he must get past Icy with the help of some DRS, so that's good stuff from Dylan. Obviously Icy's tyres are slightly older, which will be hurting the performance, but still nice to see Dylan making the moves. I think it's only fair we ride on board with Alros here. Have a look how he compares to Fusion through the S section. He has to stay as close as possible to get the full benefit of the DRS and slipstream. Paloma and Dolphin are fighting at the back there over the last couple of points positions. Yeah, Alros is about 6/10 back. He'll be about 5 when the DRS kicks in. Will he go for it here, or will he save for the hairpin? It looks like he's going to save for the hairpin at the minute. Yeah, lifts off very early. Maybe he lifts off a little bit too much. He now has to pretty much nail this section here. Have a quick glance at Fusion's battery, and it is basically the same. It's going to be all up to that DRS and slipstream. Fusion gets another good run over that chicane. He's pulled out it. Out in the 10th gap now. It's a bit far for Alros, but he's going to give it everything he can going into the hairpin on the last lap. It's going to have to be some dive bomb. He brakes late, but yeah, not late enough to go down the inside. As Joel and Jake are fighting, and he'll jump on board with Fusion as he crosses the line to take victory around Miami. Alros P2, Fitzy in P3, Joel is 4th, Jake 5th, Dylan gets 6th in the end, just beating Visions. Vision 7th, Icy 8th, Paloma in 9th, and Dolphin in 10th rounds out the points. After that you've got Zeno in 11th. Deathwing is going to cross the line P12, and there should be Zoltru followed by Adam when they all get to the line. Whew, well, that was some race. Anyone that's made it all the way through that, well done. It's a bit stop-start, unfortunately, but Fusion in the end takes home a well-deserved win, I'd say. He showed great pace throughout that whole race there. Excuse the rhymes, it just comes out naturally. But yeah, P1, great for Alpine. Great for Fusion as well, who is the Tier 2 reigning Tier 2 champion, I should say, if I can just about get that out at the end of all this. Oh, and you didn't even know it. I know. Oh, he's flying. He's Fusion's performance is that good that he's being sent to the heavens. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? You can see all Alpine celebrating, and then a bit of champagne on the podium. Who doesn't like a bit of champagne? Celebrate all the success. Just kidding, we'll skip through that. And move on to the results, yeah. So, Fusion P1, Alros P2, Fitzy P3. Alros picks up fastest lap as well. Anything that stands out from that race? We'll just say Fusion takes pole and the win. Once again, great drive. Fully deserved for Fusion, I'd say. Timed his move right and then just sort of showed his pace on that last lap there to pull away from Alros, who we'll say 7th to 2nd. Great drive. Joel, the Tier 3 man, 11th to 4th with a really good result. I'd probably give him driver of the day if I was going to pick one. Or maybe Dylan, they can share it. Jake got a few sports visions, recovered nicely from his earlier incident along with Icy. Paloma 9th, Dolphin goes from 10th to 10th for 1 point. Dylan's still a GOAT. I mean, you're not wrong there, really. Not wrong there. He did really well, to be honest. If it wasn't for that slight mistake, it could have been an even better result, but still to fight with the Tier 2 guys like that is a massive respect from me for Joel and Dylan, who, I mean, both did really well. Both did very well indeed. Quick shout out to Devour and Plun in the chat for keeping me entertained, and hopefully some of you lot under those safety cars, because yeah, they were rough, but we got through it and we got rewarded with some nice battling as well. So you can't complain, can you? Well, you can, but don't. Yeah, so yes, thumbs up. That is everything from me. It will be Tier 3 tomorrow. Same time, same track, same everything, apart from the drivers. Although you will see Dylan and Joel again, along with Deathwing. But yeah, that is everything from me, and I am gonna end the stream there. I will see you all hopefully next week for some more Tier 2 action.
This is the battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it.
Got a late break. Bloody Warriors not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. Rambo on. Front outside to the last corner. Who's going to get the better traction? Race to the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.